we're basically going to configure 3 digital inputs into a status set of address 10,000, and then we're gonna put an SRU, a service remote unit, and that SRU will have the address of 10, and then we will connect the SRU to port number 2, so serial port number 2. Okay, and now the RTU will, or the Modbus DCA will be polling this device. We'll put a polling of 10,000 or 10 seconds basically to pull the information into the Win database. So the final step will be to configure the Win database and add your pseudo points that are required by the applications. Okay, so let's get to the step-by-step in sgconfig. Okay, so for this lab, we're going to create a project. The project name will be D20-1073 Modbus. And then we're going to create a device inside it. As you can see, the Modbus DCA D20MX device. In the Modbus DCA D20MX device, we're going to enable only these 3 applications, which is A059 version 930, B008-1 version 311, and B014-1 version 640. If you have a newer version, because you have a newer D20MX, that's fine for the sake of this lab. And then we click close in here. Next, we're going to go into the status set table of the A059 application. So under the A059, we're going to start with the status set table. In the status set table, we're going to request the read input code, read input status. So now we're configuring our polling. So we're going to configure a read input status at a scan frequency of 1 second for a starting address of 10,001, and we're going to read it for 3 points. Okay, so once that's done, you're done the sequence of reading your device. Then we go to the SRU configuration table. In the SRU configuration table, we configure the SRU address, and we go all the way and select the status set that we just configured. So we double click on the under the status set, we highlight the read input status, and then we click OK, and we can read the status point or map the status point to the SRU. Once that's done, now we need to map the SRU to the communication port. So we go into the port communication table. We set the COM port number 2. Make sure that if you're not using a modem, that you disable the ready to send, and that the mode is set to RTU instead of ASCII. If, of course, you're talking to an RTU mode Modbus. And then we go over to the SRU offset. We double click on the SRU offset and we select our SRU, which basically has our status set of address 10,001 with 3 status inputs. Okay,